and make that child a part of this unconscious world which is the society, he starts living with the mind. That is why we call Manava, the one who lives with the mind, Man. He becomes a wise person according to the definition of the society. But if someone is behaving very naturally according to the society or according to the people or the family or the cultural background, they will say he is a mad person. All the Buddhas were treated as mad people during their lifetime.
I would like to ask something differently. Is a mind possible which can live in tune with life?
Now again, your question is very valid. The mind is of two kinds. One is the mind which life demands as a doer. Because outside life, when it creates the situation and events,
Functioning mind.
so that is the mind where the consciousness has to go into the action through the help of the brain and the body for functioning. So there is a functionary mind which is the creation of life itself. And there is an illusory mind that the society has created. This is the real mind. The real doer, which is created by the life itself, is a real mind, a real doer. But the another doer which we have created, which is not actually the real, which is born out of the rejection.
Psychological mind, fears, desire, insecurity.
So the one mind is a doer which understands what life demands, what is the need either of the body or of the life outside, and goes into functioning. Then it has to go with an identification as I am. The I is born, the doer is born, then it is there. The other mind is born out of the rejection of that. See, the functioning mind is born out of the acceptance of the way it is, through the understanding. Whereas the illusory mind which we are, which is the point of suffering, which is the area where we are suffering, is the mind which is born out of the non-acceptance. So the mind which is born out of the non-acceptance is the cause of suffering. Is the cause of suffering. And the society is based on this illusory mind, not on the functionary mind. The social structure can only exist if there is an illusory mind, if there is an illusory doer. Otherwise it cannot exist.
Then there will be functionary structure.
Yeah.
No.
So there will be the natural way of living through the functionary mind, functionary ego. And there is unnatural way of living which we call this the civilization. We are living unnaturally, but the base is exactly the non-acceptance of that natural functioning of this life and the mind itself, the functionary mind itself.
My another thing was that, is it possible to train mind? Because I know this is ball, I cannot walk across it. So my mind sees it as a fact.
There is no necessity of training the mind. There is a necessity of understanding where you are free from this illusory mind. You see,
In the sense?
in the sense that there is an illusory mind which always controls you, your life. You see, your whole life, which if you look, it is based on the rejection, fighting.
It is asking me to walk through the wall.
Right.
So, but I am walking banging.
But if you understand something, then you will be free from this illusory mind. Like when you wake up in the morning, what you are going to be free is from the dream. So it's a dreaming mind when you wake up. So awakening is possible. That awakening is coming to that clarity of understanding. So this is possible. But there is no possibility of fighting with this dream when you are sleeping and winning over the dream while you are sleeping. There is no possible way. Because anything that you claim that you have won the dream is also a dream. You get me what I am saying? It's another dream that you create. So the reality, this real spiritual understanding is to wake up. And what is to wake up? Is to come to the clarity. Come to the clarity. What is the difference when you sleep and when you wake up in the morning? Difference is, when you wake up, you have a clarity of the reality the way it is. You have a clarity that you are in your bedroom, you are on your bed, and you have to go to the toilet, and you have to function the duties of your life. This is a clarity. In the sleep, you are in the bedroom, you are in the bed, but you are not clear about it. Maybe you are dreaming that you have lost your home, and you are searching a home. You see. So this is the unconsciousness that we call. Unconsciousness is not that physical unconsciousness. It is a psychological unconsciousness where you are totally cut off. Through this illusory mind, through this non-acceptance point where you are not seeing the reality but you are rejecting immediately. You are non-accepting the reality. So this non-acceptance, constant rejection keeps this illusory mind survive continuously. You see. So even if you slightly wake up in your sleep, you go back again to the sleep. You see. And each event in the life is hammering so hard on you that it tries to wake you up. It gives you somewhere a shaking impact on that, so that you are shaken up. The events happen in your life sometimes shake you up, and that moment you are seeing some reality, the truth of the reality of life. But again you go back to the sleep, because somewhere you are enjoying the dream.
This is exactly my point. When you're seeing the fact, truth of life. Can one continuously remind oneself that in any given situation, what is the fact of the situation, rather than a dream around it? For example, I have a wife. I can think it's my wife, I have many dreams about her in the future. Or the fact is, this woman here and we're together. A very basic fact. And not moving from there. And when the more I live with it, what happens with that is that there is less resistance to what is happening. But more I create dream, that comparison of dream and what is happening now, there is a lots of resistance.
So practicing or reaching to this state of acceptance will slowly keep this awakening more and more, because acceptance connects you to the life. That means acceptance connects you to the reality the way it is happening. So that will automatically bring you to that awakening state for a longer time. So this is what I always say, that when you start understanding and then understanding results into acceptance, this acceptance slowly, petal by petal opens up. This awakening is not something which booms like, that it's just like 1,000 sun exploded. It opens slowly, petal by petal. And the more it opens up, the more you see the clarity of it. Like you are in a room, dark room, and you slowly open the curtain, and slowly a little light comes in, and more visibility is there. So the more visibility means more understanding of the reality, the fact into this room of life. So in that clarity, you will also come to understand that the one whom you are calling your wife is also not your wife. The one whom you are calling husband is not also a husband. The one whom you are calling Satya is not a Satya. So this is a part of the clarity. It is not something that you have heard about, but it will be your own understanding. That before in the illusion, you are misunderstanding so many things and take it for granted, all the relationships as if it is reality.